it is working. It worked. So why is it working from here, but it is not working from the Postman? Cool. We have a secure HTTPS access to n8n. We have a professional domain, whatever your domain is. We have a working webhook from external services like Gmail. No open ports, no HTTP. It's completely secure and automatic SSL service. Hello champions, welcome. This is 2026. This is my first video in 2026 and we are trying to do something new over here. We are going to do a series called as Let's Learn. This is where I'm not going to do a super shortcut. What we're going to do is like the way I learn, by doing vibe coding, by looking at other tutorials, doing research. All of that I want to record and create a very, very long form video. If somebody will watch it, not, I really don't care, but I really thought in my videos it was very cut and dry. It does not showcase how I learn, or it does not showcase how I want to teach actually, even after 100 videos. So I'm still learning and I want to show you the process, the thought process that goes behind, the tools that I'm using in order to learn and do what I'm doing. So today what we're going to do is we are going to secure our local n8n setup using Cloudflare. All right, I'll explain everything what is there, but there are some prerequisites. We need to have n8n running locally on using Docker. We need a Cloudflare account. We need a domain. We can either buy it from Cloudflare or we can buy it from Hostinger, right? Because a domain is a public domain like google.com or my website, which is fasttrackAIpro.com. Excuse me, I'm not feeling a little well. Let's get started. So the video for the local is already up and running on the YouTube channel. Let's go and check that. If I go to my YouTube and let's go to my videos or playlists, this n8n plus Ollama private LLM series.
Let's take this.
This is the series that we want. So if you see, the first part is n8n and local Ollama setup. The second one is RAG, which is with n8n Cloud plus Pinecone's Cloud. Then I built RAG system, or we built RAG system, which is with Ollama and Qdrant. One of the other videos for a local setup is how to use databases like relational database, n8n plus Oracle. Now we already have a series. So this one, the RAG which we are using with Pinecone, it's using a cloud version. So that's the reason the HTTPS or cloud version work together, right? Even though it's not a part of this series, the series was supposed to be a RAG series for enterprises and local setup and all, but we never set up Cloudflare tunnel or ngrok tunnel. That is another video that I got somewhere on my website. So if I search for another website, there is another video which is like, if I look for Sandeep ngrok n8n, I'm just searching myself, which is so stupid, but so there is this workflow where I go through how to set up n8n locally using Docker and how to expose it publicly using ngrok. Now, if ngrok is there, why to do Cloudflare? Like, why not? Why not? So one more thing, I ran into an issue where ngrok tunnel, the number of workflows as they're increasing, and the number of connections in the backend that n8n was having with ngrok, they started increasing because n8n started polling and they changed their architecture on how n8n connects with ngrok. And ngrok started giving errors like, your limits have reached on the free version. So that's the reason I switched to Cloudflare, because Cloudflare does not have these things. Plus Cloudflare, we can use custom domain as well. Yeah, so if you really want, if you want ngrok, you can definitely go and check this out. But we're going to create a similar one, and this is definitely not going to be 8-minute video. We'll create a shorter video based on this video. I'll edit it later on. But this is the entire thought process and the entire thing that goes behind the back when I'm learning and doing, because even I don't know everything, right? I'm learning and then teaching you guys. That's what I do. That's what a lot of AI influencers teach, like learn and then teach it again as well. It reinforces what we have learned, plus it helps somebody who else is struggling to do the same setup, and that's why I've created this series. So let's go back to our VS Code. We have used VS Code. I have showed it how to use this, how to set this up later on. The only new thing in this VS Code is I'm using vibe coding. Using over here, if you see, there are a bunch of stuff. There's Claude, Sonnet, Haiku. We're using this. You can set this up using Klein or any other tool. I'm using Amazon Q, and I've connected my AWS Builder ID. I'll do a video on that later on, but right now this is it. Sorry for that. It's, the setup is completely convoluted and different, but if you guys are using Cursor or something like that, it's exactly the same. You don't have to worry. Even Google's anti-gravity is going to work the same way, where you have an AI which is going to help you out. Or simply, if you don't want this, you can use Claude, or ChatGPT also will work. All right. With that said, this thing has already been done. Let's go and check it out if we have it already. I just checked it out. If you see, this is localhost, and 5678 is the port where it's running. We have our demo workflows, n8n on local, which is Olama, QDRANT, and the tutorial which I used to teach on create the YouTube video. So all of this is already done. Today we are going to try and try to do setup with, we'll try to use a webhook. And if it doesn't work, well, it is not going to work because this is not HTTPS. One of the requirements for webhooks to work, or if you want to use Gmail node, Supabase, any kind of external nodes, right, which is in the cloud, you cannot use the local version unless you expose it as HTTPS, or you expose it as a website, basically, where people can access it on the public internet. Then only you can connect, and it has to be secure, or else all these services, they won't allow you to connect with them, or you cannot connect to them both ways. Let's see how we can do that. I'm going to make thousands of mistakes over here, thousands, and that's fine. I'm okay showing that I don't know everything. I'm not an expert. I'm nobody. All right, I'm just like you, learning and I'm teaching at the same time. So let's do what we need to do is we need a webhook to send data to, right? So what I'm going to do is let's create a webhook, and I will show that it is not going to work. So we have this webhook. In order to send data to n8n, we'll have to use a post method. So let's say post, and let's save it. We are going to say webhook test local n8n webhook test. All right, let's try to do this. What I'm going to say, we have to return something. If we do a get is going to work, because even get webhooks are not going to work, so it really doesn't matter what I do. But let's do a post webhook. Right now it's not going to work. So if this is my local host, right, this is my workflow. Even if I take this URL, the post URL, or the production URL, let's take the production URL, right? Some will say that if you publish it, it's going to work. So I'm going to publish it. Now it's published. It's published, but it's published on my local machine. It's not published on the internet. So ignore all the workflow errors. We don't care about. Now this is published. It means that it should be available somewhere else, right? But that's not the case. If I give this to you and you try to do it, it's not going to work. So how do we test it out? We have to connect to this workflow using something which is from external public website. Usually the thing that we use to test webhooks is Postman. So if you don't have Postman, if you don't know about Postman, you can test out API requests over here, like get, post, patch, all of these. If you don't have an account, create an account, come to your collections or your workspace. This is my workspace. There are a bunch of times I've used it in the history, because I've been using it for a while. I started using it in March first time, so been like 6-7 months, but this is the best tool to use it. Let's create a get request. So there are all these requests that we can use. I'm going to use a post request because our webhook is post, right? And it is not going to work. I'm going to show you why it is not going to work. So the URL is, well, not this URL. We need to copy the URL. So double click, production, copy. So URL is copied. Let's go to our Postman. I'm going to say, what am I going to say? Let's send body, most probably raw JSON. I need to send something over here. So let's send a key value pair, like for example, maybe this. We're going to ask ChatGPT, or I want to send call, or let's put it over here, call n8n post webhook and send a sample name Sandeep. So let's see how do we do that. So it'll do the research and it will come back to us, post request. I just need the body. You know, I don't need the whole explanation. I'm using Postman. Just give me the body to send. Right? We need to send it in the body, not as parameters, anything. We're going to send this body. Let's see. So it says in Postman send this out. So we're going to copy this. I think I was doing the same thing, but I just want to show you if you guys don't know how to do it. Name body send. All right, now it will say agent error could not send request. Why? Because it does not know what this localhost is. This Postman is running on a server, and over there this does not exist. There is nothing called as a webhook over there. We are going to make this work at the end of this video. All right, so for that, it's a convoluted setup, but we're going to learn together and we're going to do together. Right now I'm taking help of Cloud to get this thing done. I have on this left hand side, all you have to worry about is we have this n8n tutorial series on VS Code. It's nothing but a folder, project folder. This is a self-hosted AI starter kit. This is the self-hosted AI starter kit that was downloaded, all right, from from GitHub, and that is also a part in the first videos. I have created this readmes just for one tutorial at a time, you know. So right now we're doing Cloudflare setup, and this is the Cloudflare setup. It's just instructions. MD is nothing but markdown language where we write down what needs to be done, and this is our overall plan. We are done with local setup. We're done RAG with Pinecone, Qtrand, Oracle ETL is also done. This is where we are right now. So these are the next plan of all the videos that I plan to do in the future. But currently I'm at this point. So sorry, I didn't do a Let's Learn series earlier. It did not click me. It clicked me now, but I didn't want to wait until all of these things are done. I just wing it. I just wing it. You know, right now I feel like doing it, I'm doing it. If you don't want to watch it, completely be my guest, not an issue. But if you watch it and if you follow along, I'm pretty sure you'll get some value out of it. You'll understand what I think and how we do it. So expose n8n securely with n8n webhooks. And how are we going to do this? These are the sections. Why HTTPS matters, of course. Webhooks are not going to work, cloud services are not going to work. We are going to install Cloudflare tunnel. Before that, we are going to create an account on Cloudflare, and then we are going to connect our local n8n to the tunnel that we create in Cloudflare. And after that, we'll test out the web. I'll go through each and every step. We're going to do one at a time. I don't remember everything, but that's why we have Cloud over here. All right, if you see the current structure readme is the master roadmap. This is the master roadmap that we're looking at. YouTube readmes, these are individual tutorials. So this is the one. So let's put it on the right hand side just for organization. I want to close these out. Temp notes. I don't need it over here right now. I think so. Traffic flow. Yeah, I don't need it. Let's not save it. Let's keep it simple. Readme, overview, and the steps. All right, Cloudflare setup. This is step by step which we are going to follow. And are we ready to go? So in our case, I need a custom domain where we are going to host. I have decided to host it on sandeeppatharkar.com. So currently, if you see, there is nothing over there. However, there is a website for sandeeppatharkar.com. And if you see this, it's a dummy website. I don't use it. This is the first website I created, but I have this domain and we're going to use it. We're just going to add a subdomain called as n8n YT, which is for YouTube. And we will have a n8n running over here, which is our local n8n, which is nothing but the same n8n, but right now it's on localhost. After that, it will be on Cloudflare stuff. And after that, we should be able to use webhooks. And that's the whole purpose of this video. So let's go back. Where are we? Where is my thingy? All right. So first step is creating a Cloudflare account. All right. Let's go to Cloudflare. I'm going to go to Cloudflare. If you don't have an account, create account, login. There is already a domain associated with mine. My local n8n is working on n8n.awsaipro.com. Currently, I don't want to use the same one because I wanted to show it from scratch. Plus, I wanted to refresh my memory on how I did it because I did it like a long time back, and that's why I want to do it right now. So we are going to do that. Let's see what do we need to do. We need to onboard a domain, but I want to go through the guide, and if not, we'll go set up a free account, verify your email. Of course, once you set up a new account on Cloudflare, you'll get it. I already have an account, and we're not going to use anything which is over here. We're going to do everything from scratch. So second step is add a site in Cloudflare dashboard. Enter your domain. We are not going to use yourdomain.com. I'm going to use sandeeppatharkar.com, right? So as soon as you log in, this is the first page you see, and it will be empty. There will be nothing. We have to create a tunnel in the zero trust, but we'll do it later on. First, I want to onboard a domain. If you don't have a domain, you can buy a domain. We can buy it from here. You can search for whatever you want, search it, and you can buy it. It might be like $10 a month. If it's an AI, then it will be like $70 a month, you know, DFD online, whatever. You can buy it and you can use that, and then you don't have to do the step that I'm doing, and you can completely skip this and move on forward, right? In our case, where did I go? Account home, maybe, yes. So we are going to onboard an existing domain. All right, where do I have a domain? I have bought it on Hostinger. Let's connect to Hostinger. I have to go to my account, login using my Gmail. Site is loaded. I'll go to domains. I have a bunch of domains, you know. This is my main website, which is fasttrackaimastery.com. Then Sandeep Patharkar AI Solutions Agency. Yeah, we have this one also if you have to use. Right now, AWS AI Pro, I'm already using my primary local n8n, which is not running right now. So if I go to my Docker container and if I show you the dashboard, we have n8n running, but this is from the self-hosted AI starter kit. All right, this is not my regular one because both of them are using the same port. We cannot use the same port for that, right? So only one can be at one running port. I could have used 5679 as well, but I wanted to keep it authentic, like the real version. So we are keeping 5678. With that said, this is the domain that we are going to use. So I'm going to copy paste this. Let's go onboard a domain. We're going to say onboard the sandeeppatharkar.com. Make sure that you don't have www https or anything. This is what we need. Continue. So it will do its thing. Select your plan. We're going to select a free plan because whatever we need, free is more than enough for this. We'll try to do as much as free so that we don't spend money. If needed, I'll tell you when to spend money, where to spend money. Right now, it's completely free. Once it sets up, you will see everything like this, right? There are a bunch of A records. I see a lot of things, AAA records. I don't know much about it, but I'm not going to touch any of these. I feel that these are dupes, DE7. I don't know. It could be dupes, it could not be dupes, but these are the ones which we are using. We are going to use n8n YT, but we don't have to do that right now. This is what we need. All right, so continue to activation. Once you go to this thing, now it says we have to update our name servers. All right, name servers. Log into your DNS provider. Our DNS provider, which is domain name system, is Hostinger. This is where we have bought our domains. You don't have to do this step if you have, purchased it on Cloudflare. I already purchased it. I have an existing one. A lot of people will have an existing account on an existing website, and that's what we are trying to showcase over here. So it says find your registrar. We know the registrar is Hostinger because we purchased it from there. We're going to go over there. Then replace your name servers with the Cloudflare name servers. How to do this? We go, all right, so first we in the domain, first let's go to this and say manage. On the right hand side on Hostinger, we have manage. There are name servers. It's pretty straightforward. Even I'm not a web developer. I used to be an ETL admin, informatic admin, but There are no administrators anymore. All of them are managed services. My job is gone. This is what I do right now. So I'm learning and teaching at the same time. So we go to the name servers. Let's go back and see what it is saying. It is saying add each of your assigned Cloudflare sorry, add each of your assigned Cloudflare name servers. All right, so and delete your name servers, right? DNS parking ns1.ds. So I don't know where my name servers are over here. I don't know how to add them. So let's ask how do I add these two? So I'm going to use Comet. Comet is an AI browser. So I'm going to copy this. And let's go to this. I'm going to use my assistant. How do I add as name server? I'm pretty sure it's a CNAME that we'll have to do, but let's find out. I'm not going to go through this mumbo jumbo. I'm just going to ask Comet, can you check in the open tab which wants to update? I want to update this, and what was the other one? This one, Priscilla, right? Priscilla. So let it do what it is doing. So it has taken control of our browser and it's trying to find out. I'm going to go to my let's say previous one, Hostinger. We'll go to my previous one which has already set up. I want to see what we did over there, which is n8n.fasttrack mastery. No, that is for the Cloudbean AWS AI Pro. So you're going to find it over here. And if you see the DNS records, this is what we need to update. This is exactly what we need to do, change the DNS records. So why do this is completely different than what we see over there, right? This is like so many records. Should we do DNS records? Current name service NS. Where is this? I don't see it. Edge panel. Oh, these are the ones. Oh, my bad. So they were on the top. I completely forgot. So let's do that. Change name servers, and we're going to copy, paste it. Second is Priscilla. First one was Lenidas, but I can copy it from here. Copy, go. Not this one. We're changing these ones. Make sure that you're changing for the main sandeeppatharkar.com. We don't want to change it for anything else. All right, save. So it says it's changed. It might take up to 24 hours, and sometimes it can take 48 hours as well. But I have noticed it does not take that long. It takes like 5 minutes at the max, sometimes even less than that. So we're going to close this out, and we're going to go to our thing. Recommended, make sure DNSSEC is off. We didn't do anything about it. I updated my DNS name servers. All right, waiting for registrar to propagate. It's doing that now. Well, check name servers now. Cloudflare is checking whether the name servers that Cloudflare gave is updated in hosting or not. And if that is hosted, if that is done, it means that the domains are the domain is connected. We have taken that domain and used it in Cloudflare. All right. Once that is done, so in order, long story short, if I go to like a Miro board. Actually, I don't need to go to a Miro board, honestly. I'm creating this, right? So right now what we're doing is this n8nyt.sandeeppatharkar.com. This is the part we are at right now. We are connecting sandeeppatharkar.com to Cloudflare Edge. All right. Once this setup is done, next setup is going to be, we are going to use this Cloudflare, and we already have a local host 5678, which is our local n8n, which is running. We're going to connect these two. So we're going to create a tunnel between them, which is nothing but a road. So first we install the local n8n, then we got an Cloudflare Edge account. We have a domain name sandeeppatharkar.com on Hostinger. We are connecting this Hostinger to Cloudflare by updating the DNS records. Once this connection is established, which is it's checking right now. All right, So let's go back to the domains. It should say enabled. All right. So as long as this is enabled, we are good. That's what we want. There is no traffic right now because we are not using that. Nobody's using that. Nobody even knows about it. So, or even Sandeep Patharkar, if people know, nobody's checking it right now. So enable. This is what we actually wanted to see. Your domain is now protected by Cloudflare. This is what we want to see. It's done. We can activate bot flight mode and this thing, change known bots that carry out attacks. I think this is good. Page shield. I'm not going to change most of the stuff. Security will look later on. Yeah, I'm not worried about that right now. Nobody's trying to hack. There's nothing to hack in my system. With that said, we are done with this setup. Oh boy, we are making progress, and I like the format of this video because I can show you each and everything which is going on in my mind, how I do it. So this part is done. Now let's create a tunnel. So localhost is running on my MacBook, which is over here. Sorry about the move, but it's running over here, and we need to install the tunnel. So from my MacBook to the Cloudflare, in order to do that, we need to install some utilities on our MacBook. Let's see what those are. And I'm not going to do the research. I have AI to do the research. So let's say that I am done with step 1. We added the DNS. We updated the name servers on Hostinger for the domain sandeeppatharkar.com. By the way, I can use voice to text as well. Like, I think this is the one, you know, but I just prefer to type. I don't know why. We can use something like that. I can screen reader. No. Select a microphone. All right, let's select this one. Perfect. Is your microphone muted? No, it's not muted. Sandeep's iPhone, I can use a different one as well. Why is this not muted? Check sound check. 1 2 3. Check sound check. All right, it should work. Check sound check. Okay, it's working. Now we're using Whisper. Whisper Flow is another. As you see, I didn't even have it set up. I use it sometimes, not most of the times, but it's an amazing software. I should use it more often. So let's see. I was also able to verify it in Cloudflare that the domain is now being handled by Cloudflare. We need to proceed to step 2, where we are going to create a tunnel. So if you see, I know what needs to be done as an architect, but I don't know exactly how to do it. So I take AI's help, and that's completely fair. I need to know how to get to the destination. I really don't care about knowing the exact commands. I'm not a developer. I don't want to be one, right? So let's give it to it. I'm done with step 1. We added now section 5.2, which is over here. All right, what are we doing over here? Add your domain to the Cloudflare. Oh, this is done. This is done. This was also done. Verification, and we need to verify this. So by the way, we can do the verification on this thing as well. Earlier it told me to use it told me to use just the NSL lookup. So if I go to history, right, I'll show you. So I used NS lookup to try it out, like NS lookup AWS AI Pro, but it did not give me the correct answer. I'll show you. NS lookup AWSAIPro.com, and it only gave me the website name. It did not give me the name servers. And then I had to, even though I'm using AI, then I'll have to use another AI to find out, or I can just ask it. But now I know. So if you do NS lookup, there's nothing but to check the IP addresses and DNSs. NS lookup, and right now we have sandeeppatharkar.com. So if you see, yes, the website is accessible. Of course it was accessible, but now it is accessible through Cloudflare. And how to verify that? NS lookup, and the command is minus type is equal to NS. Well, it means that you're just asking for name servers, and sandeeppatharkar.com. So if you see now, it says Leonidas and Priscilla, and these are the exact IP addresses. Why is this upflow? So these are the exact IP addresses that was given to us by Cloudflare to update it, right? And we updated that in Hostinger. These are the ones. It means that we have verified it is working through Cloudflare. Let's go to step 5.2. We have to install Cloudflare tunnel. In order to do that, we need to install Cloudflare. But I think I already have Cloudflare installed. Clear. So clear is to clear. I'm going to increase the size. Maybe it's too big for me. Sorry. You guys have to zoom in. This is the max I can go. So let's say we're going to check this out. If it's installed, Cloudflare version is already installed. So what I'm going to say, I already have it, but I want to update it. So let's try to do a brew install. Brew is another installer for Mac. For Windows, it will be something else. Windows, the commands are here. We're not testing out Windows. If you want, you can just copy paste these commands. I will link this guide in the description. Also on my Skool community, you can download it for free, not an issue. So brew install Cloudflare. Let's see what happens. I think because it's already installed, it will update it. So let's see if the build version is 2025, it will change. Now if it is downloading again, let's wait for it. Boom, boom, boom. Eating bottle, genie in a bottle. So it's removing a bunch of caches and stuff, and I think it installs. If I do up arrow twice, and if I do the cloud version, now we have a 2025 11.1, and earlier it was 2025 11. No, not this one. Which one is it? What was the previous version? I'm just trying to find out. 2025 9.17. So if you see, it was 9.0, and now the Cloudflare tunnel has been upgraded. So even though it was installed, it upgraded because it knew. And we already checked this step is done. Cloudflare is installed. Next thing is we need to authenticate. So right now, this Cloudflare is just a utility, Cloudflare. It does not know that we have an account on Cloudflare and we have already connected the domain. So we are going to make that connection, which is, if I go back to my slides, I'm going to pull the slides on the right hand side. So over here, we have installed a utility called as Cloudflare, and before we create the tunnel, we have to make sure that we have access. We have the authority on the Cloudflare to create the tunnel. How do we verify the authority? By logging in. How do we log in? Let's find out. Cool. So boom, boom, boom. 5.2. Check. Yes, it is installed. Download. Yes, we did that. Expected result. Yes, it's installed. Now I'm doing this because even though we have the setup steps, I still like as my assistant, I want the AI to take care. I'm just telling it and I document everything, but we want it to run the show because I can switch off the computer, come back tomorrow, and I may forget, but it will not forget, and that's why I'm using that. All right, so log into Cloudflare and authorize, right? This is where we are. Create a name tunnel, authenticate. So this is the step. Log into Cloudflare and authorize. All right, so Cloudflare tunnel login. This is what we're going to do. So I'm going to clear this out. We're going to do, I'm going to type it Cloudflare tunnel login. All right, so we're going to try and create the tunnel from here. You have an existing certificate at cert which login would overwrite. If this is intentional, please move or delete the file to run this command again. Now we are already using Cloudflare. This certification.pam file is already there. I don't know what to do over here. What we're going to do, we're going to send it to him, which is cloud and private. You already have a certificate. Two options: use existing certificate, which is recommended. Check which domains existing certificate cover. Okay, and now when we are doing this, we will keep updating it over here if needed. All right, so create fresh certificate, or for tutorial purposes, let's use 2 to show the complete process. All right, it's suggesting. Now I want to ask it if we go with. All right, let me use this. If you go with suggestion 2 or option 2, will that mean that my awsaipro.com will stop working? No, it will not stop working. Why? Because it's just a certificate. Certificate just make sure that the entities that are talking to each other are good or not. So in that case, we can create and directly create a new one. So that's fine. Let's create a new one. That's fine. Now it's saying, see, it's throwing another googly to us, back up your old certificate. Why do I need to back up a old certificate? But regardless, doesn't matter. I'm going to copy it. You guys don't have to do it because you don't have an existing setup. All right, I backed it up. Now we do Cloudflare tunnel login again. All right, we backed it up. Now it is coming over here. So authorize Cloudflare tunnel active. I didn't do anything because we are already logged in the browser, and maybe it took that. If the browser failed to open, please visit the overall browser window. It did log in, so you're successfully logged in. New certificate covers both. So browser opens automatically, appears, shows list of domain. Click authorize. Where am I supposed to click authorize? I don't see the button to click authorize. This way. Hold on. So this is talking about AWS. So let's first authorize this one. Okay, success. And then I'm going to authorize this one. So this way, instead of using the old certificate, we're just creating a new certificate and we authorize both of them. Let's go back. Yes, it's authorized. We are good to go. Authorization successful. Now, but we still did not create the tunnel, right? We just logged in. Cool. So I'm not going to change this. Cloudflare tunnel open, authentication, select the domain, certificate will be saved. Don't care about that. Just authorize it and create a name tunnel. This is the step we are going to create a tunnel. We are going to create Cloudflare tunnel, create n8n YouTube tutorial. Again, I'm not going to type it. The reason the guide is there is so that we can follow it. All right. Cloudflare tunnel. So you can do this step inside Cloudflare also, but then it's not repeatable. You know, you might make mistakes, but if you're just running commands, then it's much easier because you cannot go wrong with the commands, right? So we got this. I'm going to copy paste this. I'm going to save this. I'm going to give this to it. Perfect. And I'm going to save it myself in somewhere. So I have like temp notes. And I'm going to save it in temp notes just in case if I need it, because I don't want to scroll back and forth and try to find it if needed. Perfect. So what does it see? Add this configuration. Now we are at step 4. Step 3 is completed. Tunnel is created. It means this tunnel is created. This tunnel is created. So we had a Docker. We connected to, or we created an account on Cloudflare. Connected sandeeppatharkar.com to Cloudflare. We installed the utilities Cloudflare, which is Cloudflare with a D on our local machine. We created this tunnel. Now let's see what is the next step. All right, go back. Where are we? Okay, I'm going to go back to my setup notes and I'm going to follow this. Save credentials to Cloudflare.json is there. CD. I'm just checking. /.Cloudflare. No, there is no directory called that. Cloudflare. No, I don't see it. I don't know what he's talking about. Create tunnels with unique ID. Blah blah blah. Not gonna change it. No, it doesn't matter. Step 4. Create the tunnel configuration. All right, it's saying make a directory. Now it is asking us to create the directory. We did not create the directory, and it is asking us to create the tunnel configuration file. All right, now I don't know what this tunnel configuration file is about. We are going to ask it, right? So first let me copy this. It's saying make a directory. So instead of copy pasting it, I'm going to do it over here. Clear. Make a directory. Now we created dot is nothing but what do you say, a directory which cannot be seen. So anything with a dot is not visible. In my settings, I want to see it, so I see it. But if usually it is a dot, it means that it is a hidden file. Now we are creating another file. So if we do cd/cloudflare, still not being able to, what is going on? Cloudflare, why? How do I cd to this now? We did a directory. I'm going to ls-lart. Where are we? I don't see the directory over here. So where is this directory? Okay, hold on. Copy the whole thing. cd Cloudflare. Okay. So present working directory. We are in Sandy4V. Why did it create over there? I don't want to create it over there. So I'm going to ask it a question. It created the directory under I want to keep everything inside the n8n tutorial folder, or shouldn't we keep? Right, should we keep everything inside the n8n tutorial folder? A great question. Two approaches. Global configured, work system wide. All right, that's why, because we have two domains. Project specific. For tutorial purposes, let's stick with the standard approach, beginner friendly. All right, so that's fine. We're going to stick with that approach. I just saw something else, so I wanted to check it out, right? All right, nano. So we are already in that directory, and I can run nano, or I can just do nano config, or I can create a directory directly over there. So let's go with this so that we'll make sure that these commands are working. So this is the nano. What the heck happened over here? Right, I don't like the way it looks, so I want to get out of this. Cloudflare.tunnel, that's fine. And what it is saying? So ingress. All right, so I'm going to say it already has this. Has what to do, because my n8n AWS Pro service already, you have an existing config file with an old tunnel. We need to add a new tunnel. All right, and even though the port number is same, we can have two tunnels running at the same time, which is good. Multiple tunnel configuration, which looks nice. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to, how do I delete it? I think dd, no, escape, dd, no. How do I delete this thing? Right. Control X. No, I don't want to do it over there. So I'm going to find out where this directory is. User Sandy4V. So let me go to my thingy. Uses Sandy4V, and is there a Cloudflare tunnel over here? I don't see it, and that's why I was saying it is hidden. So I don't like nano. You know what? We are going to use VI. So I'm going to use VI, and instead of nano, we're going to use wait, because I know how to work in VI. Now if I do dd is for delete, right? I know how to use Linux. So now escape insert, which goes into the insert mode. Control V. I got everything, no spaces. So what have we done? We have created a new tunnel. The JSON file or the credentials file is here. n8nyt, this is our new one, and keep existing one, and catch all required as a 404, means server not found. Escape : WQ. I know it's a little bit tricky, but I have been working as an admin on Unix for as long as I remember, so I know these commands by heart. But it was escape insert, escape, for that I don't even remember, and escape : WQ to save and quit. So now it's quit. If I do a cat on this, we should see the exact same file. And now, yes, it is done. Ingress, both of these things are done. All right, done. I could have asked or Claude to do it, but I really didn't want to do that. Now section point 5.5.3. Okay, so you're done with this. Right, is there a verification? Add this configuration. We added this configuration. Cloudflare, we added catch all, replaced, we did that. Connect custom domain. Now create DNS records. DNS pointing to the subdomain to the tunnel. All right, wait, Cloudflare tunnel route DNS this to this. I have not created yet. So we need to create a CNAME record in Cloudflare DNS. But is it in? So I have a question. Do we create? Why are we? I need to stop typing. Why are we creating the CNAME record in Cloudflare DNS? Shouldn't we do it in Hostinger, or are we doing it in Cloudflare because now all the DNS is managed by Cloudflare? I know the answer, but still. Exactly right. You understand perfectly. DNS management flow, everything is in hosting is only the domain registrar right now, or the registration. All the DNS management happens on Cloudflare. Okay, so how do we do this? I want to do this from Cloudflare. DNS query goes to Cloudflare name service, return CNAME record point to the tunnel. Got it. All right. I want to. Okay, that's fine. But I don't want to do it from the front end. We can do it. Yes, I'm ready. Let's do it. So it is going to give us this command, which is going to create a tunnel. Now, if you see route DNS n8n YouTube tutorial, which is to n8n YT. So basically, we are creating a tunnel named as n8n YouTube tutorial, and that tunnel we are naming this tunnel. We are naming it as Cloudflare YouTube tutorial, n8n YouTube tutorial. And where does it point to? n8n YT yourdomain.com. In my case, it is n8n YT sandeeppatharkar.com. Where is this domain? Cloudflare. That's the reason we're using Cloudflare, which is the local utility, to do this. All right, let's do that. I think it is the same thing. If you see, this is a generic command for you guys. This is a specific command for my domain, and that's why I'm doing it on the site. Let's copy paste this command. I can run it over here as well, but cool. Cloudflare tunneled route DNS blah blah blah. I'm going to enter. Command not found. In information added blah blah blah. I think it is created, but let's give it to this. That way we can verify. Perfect. Step 1 completed. DNS record created successfully. Points to this. How to verify? I wanted to verify. Go to the DNS settings for your domain.com. Verify CNAME record exists on Cloudflare dashboard. So let's go to Cloudflare dashboard. Go to Cloudflare. Go to our sandeeppatharkar.com. And we go to DNS, we go to the records, and over here look for n8n YT. Okay, perfect. So if you see n8n YT is created, it's a CNAME record, which is a canonical name. For any subdomains, you use that. For A's are for Apex records, MX records are there, TXT records are for your SPF when you're doing like your email warm-ups and stuff. We need CNAME record right now because it's a subdomain. Content, UUID, whatever, I don't care. It's proxy, right? It's working. We have added, and this was added through Cloudflare. How we did it? Because with Cloudflare, we logged into this, if you remember, and that's why Cloudflare, our local one, has access to make changes to this, or else it won't, and that's why that login is important. Go back. Once confirmed, yes, it is confirmed. Look, yes, it is confirmed. Initial proxy is proxied. Yes, we see that. Yes. Yes. But I want to ask it. Yes. Is there? Okay. Is there a way to also verify it from the command line over here? And now we are learning, right? Even though it has a guide, we want to know. And the thing was not here, right? Like it says, go to the DNS certificates and check it out. But let's try this. NSLOOKUP. I'm going to clear this out. NSLOOKUP CNAME record and NSLOOKUP type cname n8n. Yes, it is there. So it is giving us some output to prove it. If I control C, I want this idiot Cloudflare. What is the command? This is the command ns lookup minus t. It's copying the whole shitty thing. Let's say if I give something else, and it is not there, the command is not found, a server is not found, but in this case we did get an answer, and that's what we are looking for. I just wanted to prove it. It's running on the Lambdas, or it can run between Lambdas and Priscilla, because the two name servers at a time, it's running on one and the other one is just a backup. With that said, I think this is a good command. We're going to take it and we're going to say verify DNS configuration command. I'm going to say like command line verification is with this, and this is going to be your domain, your domain.com, not a commune but a domain. Perfect. With that said, let's move on. What's next? Simple lookup dig. There is method 2. Oh boy, so many. We're going to do a dig. This is dig, and there is another one which is ns lookup. I think this is the easiest one. ns lookup, I know, like ns lookup minus type cname. It is doing n8n yt.sandeeppatharkar.com. What? Oh, NAS lookup, not NAS lookup. It's ns lookup. Boom. Yes, we got it. I think this is the easiest command. We should just put that. We don't need type, or we can also do like, I'm just going to copy paste this. We're going to delete the type. Well, I think it is saying, I couldn't find that on the Docker variables, but I think I can find it on the Docker Compose, which is running over here. So docker compose.yaml, yeah, these are the environment variables that we'll have to update. But I want, where is n8n? n8n.io. Yeah, networks, paths, Olama, n8 services, n8n. So we'll have to update it somewhere over here. Let's find out. So it is saying directly test the functionality, but we know it's not going to work. So I'm going to say, don't we have to update the webhook URL on the Docker n8n container and then restart it? Yeah, I think I saw it on the dashboard on somewhere, but I couldn't see it. So absolutely, but where can I see this? Where can I see the current variables? Current variables. So let's find out. It's going to find the directory .env file. Okay, it's inside this. All right, it's inside this. This is the base URL right now. It has updated it. Oh boy, don't change stuff. It did it without asking me, but that's fine. So this is the webhook URL. It's the .env file inside your Docker, which we need to update. And it in base URL is this is what it is trying to do. All right, that's fine. It has updated it already. We need to do docker compose down, docker compose down, and docker compose profile up. So I'm going to copy one thing at a time. So clear. So it's docker compose. It could not find docker compose. Yes, because we are not in that directory. We need to be in this directory. So what I'm going to do is like, not this, self started, open a new terminal inside this self-hosted one, and now we're going to do docker compose down. This is going to be okay, all the containers are getting stopped. So if I go to the dashboard, the containers are stopped, you know, there's nothing over there, and we can do docker compose up -d. All right, so now it created and cool. Healthy waiting, n8n is working. It is also importing, updating, doing all that bunch of mumbo jumbo. And now we have Olama, Postgres, Qdrant, all this working. I don't know what is n8n import and Olama, pull Olama. Maybe it is still working. Exited container. I don't know why that is. I didn't see this before, honestly. These ones are good. All right, so we have it up and running. Now we go to our webhook URL again. I'm going to refresh this. And what we are expecting over here is that the URL is now changed. And boy, that is exactly what we wanted. Or we can use a test URL, or we can use a production URL. Really doesn't matter. We already have it saved, so why not use the production URL? We go to production, copy it a bunch of times if you want. Go to our postman. Where is our postman? Update this. All right. Now it's a post. Is it a post? It's a post, and it should work now. Boom. Boom, it sent body headers test results. We didn't see any test results over here, but if we go to our n8n now, and if I go to the executions, I don't have anything over here. Now what's going on? Let's try to find out. Why did it not run? YouTube n8n. Did we use the same right one? I think so. Let's try to do this. Why don't we, I don't know how to do the post from here. Curl -x maybe. Anyways, let's try. Let's try from this. I think it's curl -x. Curl -x. No URL specified. This is not a URL. What the heck is it talking about? All right, let's find out. We still not get any executions, so you know what, let's try this. Boom, production copy. I'm going to change the name maybe. Webhook test we don't have any authentication, which is great. We can also try the get, honestly, but let's try one thing at a time. Control save, publish. I don't need to publish, right? Maybe I do. I don't know. Let's try. Go to Postman. I'm going to close this. Don't save. Let's create a new one. Post method to the webhook test. No, we need the webhook again. Production URL webhook test. Post. Body is again name Sandeep JSON. That's fine. Is this good? And then we added it somewhere. Good to send to webhook. It just has to be a JSON object. Yes, is valid JSON. Perfect. Just checking. Yeah, I don't want to make mistakes. No, test results are not getting anything, which is strange. Yeah, no executions. Oh, let's try. Excuse me. Course cross object origins publish. Oh, let's try. If not allowed to keep digging. I don't remember what I did last time. Still nothing? Oh boy, what's going on? Let's try get. You know what? I'm going to set field and say text is working. All right, let's do a get on this one. Get save. You know what? I'm going to just use the local test version. Doesn't matter. For get, you can directly use a browser. What does it say? The webhook is not registered. Click the execute workflow button. Oh yeah, okay. We are making progress. For execute, it's waiting for the trigger event. And now if we give this, workflow has started, which is good. So our get is working, post is not, which is very strange. We got it executed as green, right? We have an execution. And the output was sent immediately. Honestly, we should not get anything in the output. If I go back, there is nothing. I didn't send anything back because our webhook is sending the data immediately. Over here it's sending. I'm going to increase the size. It says respond immediately. So what we're going to do is like we're going to change it to respond when the last node finishes. Save it. Let's wait for it again. Let's rerun this, and I am working. So we are good. Get is working. Why is post not working? Let's try to find out. Let's do a post on. Let's change this to post, and let's save. Let's listen to this. I'm going to use the test stop listening. Oh no, this is the word. Click to copy. Let's go to this thing. I just need to add test over here and send it out. So I still did not get it. Let's find out. Yeah, it's so now the thing is the get is working but the post is not. That's pretty strange. Let's try to find out what to do. Clear. Stop, what are you doing, bro? Don't take control. Yeah, the get, I tried get to this and it worked, but the post is not working, which is, I don't know what's happening on. I also enabled the course, not course, C-O-R-S, mean idiot. Let's see what it says. It should work. It's saying 403 forbidden. What is 403 forbidden? Authentication, but all right, let's try to ask our cloud, and that's where we go back and forth. It's running. I created a n8n workflow with a sample webhook. Get is working, but post is giving 403 error. Let's try to find it. Maybe we missed something. This is my .env file. I don't know. I don't like to disable something. I'm going to go back and check my original Docker Compose Cloudflare, and let's see over here what is enabled. Top. I don't see we disabled that. I don't remember disabling anything. So if I see my n8n right, this is the thing, base URL. Runners are enabled, modules are data table, node diagnostic. I don't see a reason to do that, but you know what? Maybe it is different for n8n versions. I'm going to close this. I don't want to confuse you guys. Okay. n8n secure cookies equal to false should resolve that error. Now let's try it one more time. Post. I don't like disabling anything which is secure, but let's get it working first and then we'll tussle with it again. Send test results, and we're still getting 403 forbidden without that as well. With that as well, so I don't know what the heck it is talking about. We're still getting the same error. Still 403. Oh no, we had to still 403. Yeah, we restarted 403, and I don't see that we have disabled this in our previous. Sort of, and that works fine. I mean, like, worked fine. So it is trying to check the one which is already working, which is Cloudflare Compose. The issue might be that you need to make sure the webhook is properly activated in n8n. It is activated. I'm not an idiot. All right, let's try this. Copy. Now I'll tell it the path. So this is the path. And this is the path. And webhook is waiting. So let's see, it will give us a new call command -x. Let's run. Ah, it is working. It worked. So why is it working from here, but it is not working from the Postman? Which is pretty strange. Why is it not working? All right, I think I might know why it is not working. Let's go back to Postman. Maybe the headers are missing. Content type, application JSON. All right, let's try this. Ah, wait, it's 403. That's fine. We have to re-enable it. So go back, listen. So we got that post method was executed from our thingy, which is, yeah, it's the post method. It did get activated, so our webhook is working. Let's try it one more time. Now we're going to try it from Postman. I have added the headers of application type JSON, and now we're going to send it. We're still getting 403, which is super stupid. I don't know what's going on. Oh, we're using post. I'm such an idiot. Such an idiot. Still, no, I'm not an idiot. Name Sandeep. Boom. Did we get anything? It's still waiting. Still waiting. So if I do a postman send, no auth, we are not using authorization. All right. Col -x worked from CLI. So we'll try this one more time. I'm pretty sure it's going to work again. So let's try this. -s, -v, enter. I'm working. So it's definitely working from the local one. I think we're doing something wrong on the post one. So let's try to find out. Yeah, it worked. It definitely worked from the CLI. Oh wait, I'm going to give it more context. Wait, stop. This command worked. All right, so it will go and do whatever we have to do. Let's see, let's wait. Postman is still giving us the issue. You know what? Let's try something else. Let's try Gmail, because Gmail would not work without this thing, right? Cool. On a trigger event, let's look for Gmail, get many messages, credential. Let's create one. We need the client ID and secret. Let me get that. I have another video on how to set this up for local. I'm not going to go over it. Just look it up. Sandeep Patharkar, sign in with Google. Sandeep Patharkar. By the way, in order to do this, if you get an error over here, you need to go to cloud.google.com and you need to authorize yourself. So you go to console, choose the project whichever you have, go to APIs and services, and go to OAuth, and then go to clients, I guess. Yeah, choose the one which you have, OAuth. There is a separate video of creating this. What we need to do is we need to enable, we need to add callback over here. So how do we do that? Is like copy this, add this URI, paste it, save it, come back, then sign in. Sign in, it will say advanced, yes, unsafe, I know, go, admin access, perfect. Connection is successful. It means that it is working. I don't know what the issue is. Get many, let's try to get like 3 emails, execute the step, and why? It's working. You are allowed blah blah blah. Nice. So this is working. Oh, where is it? Over here. So, and then you can use AI agent to do whatever you want. And if I run it, this one, it should work. It should work. So yeah, webhooks are working. HTTPS is working. Some issue with Postman today. I don't know what's going on. We'll figure it out later on. I'm going to close this, but we proved it from here that it does work. Gmail node also worked, which proves excellent. So Cloudflare tunnel setup is working. HTTPS access to n8n is also working. Without that, Gmail would not work. That's it. I think we are good. After that, don't worry about this. Cool. I'm going to change. What did we change in the env? Oh, we added a bunch of stuff. I think if we remove this, still it's going to work, honestly. So if I go back, I don't want to do that. That's fine. I'm just going to add it over here. Doesn't matter. You guys can try it with different stuff. I'll go over here and put it like this. Cool. So yourdomain.com, whatever it is. And with that said, we updated our Docker, we have our webhook working, we have our test working, we tried this, we worked. Webhook is working, response, we got the response, workflow execution is visible in n8n. Cool. We have a secure HTTPS access to n8n. We have a professional domain, whatever your domain is. We have a working webhook from external services like Gmail. No open ports, no HTTP. It's completely secure and automatic SSL service. Cool. There are a bunch of other troubleshooting stuff, which we already did a lot of troubleshooting. We don't need to do that. And yeah, with that said, we are done with this first very long Let's Learn video. I will condense this into a very short video later on, but for now, I think they're good. And thank you so much. Let me know in the comments how you like this. If you like these long videos where I'm showing you all the problems and the solutions that we're doing, or do you like very short focused videos, or you like both, either or. Let me know. And thanks so much for watching. Take care.